Hello baby boys and welcome to Creusa Sims. My name is Creusa Darwin from Strangetown and this is ranking our hoods from Sims 2 that we can live in, okay? Because there is a lot of sub hoods and like the college ones, the hobby ones, the magic ones, and even like the vacation ones that we can actually not live in. So I'm not ranking these ones because to me personally it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But we have here the hoods that we can be born and raise it and die eventually in. And yeah, you know the drill already, okay? This is going to be again an award edition. So once more, I will not be ranking these hoods based only on my opinion, but also actually taking into consideration how good or bad they were made by EA, meaning I'm taking into consideration lore, visuals, how fun is to play in it, and how many iconic characters, or is there any iconic character in this hood, do you know what I mean? Anyway, so we have here the Nobel, which of course it is like the greatest award, so for the best hoods, the Oscar for the good ones, the Emmy for the mediocre, the Golden Raspberry for the bad ones, and your basic to like the trashy ones, okay? So we start strongly with Belladonna Cove. I'm going to place it into Oscar worthy 100%. Belladonna Cove is iconic. I love the visuals, it is very like townish inspired. Do you know what I mean? I almost made a beatbox here, but anyway, it is a really good moment of the game for the game, and that was the last hood that was released to Sims 2, and it was a big ending in my opinion. I think this is a great hood. There is a lot of iconic, not really like iconic characters, but there is a lot of cool Sims to play with. There is like the gay husband. He's gay but he's married to a woman, and he's kinda interested in his brother-in-law. So there is a lot of potential drama happening there. We have the the twins witches, or the witches twins. I don't know how to express myself in a better way. We have the elderly Don Lotario. We have that woman that used to be rich but then got a divorce and now she's super poor, which I think it is a fantastic storyline. Okay, so Belladonna Cove, it is great in my opinion, for all of these reasons and probably more as well. Then we have Blue Water Village, and I'm not feeling this one, guys. I'm not feeling, so I'm going to place it into Amy worthy. This is a sub hood that comes in with the Open for Business package, expansion pack actually, and although I understand its purpose, it lacks a lot of stuff. Like the Sims in this hood, I think they don't have a really big family tree at all. I guess some Sims have, but some Sims don't. And about the memories too, I'm not sure if they are correct, but I don't think they are, if I remember well. And because of that, this is like already a big no for me. If the Sims don't have a family tree and memories and build relationships, good enough to drama and storyline and the lore behind the Sims, all of that matters a lot to me. So I don't think Blue Water Village was well made when it comes down to the Sims and the families. When it comes down to the lots and to the idea of having this business hood, sub hood in your main hood, okay, that makes sense and I get it. But other than that, it is really mediocre to me, and the only memorable scene from this hood is of course Malcolm on the grab. So he is like well made, and it does make a lot of sense to have him in the game. So for that, I do enjoy Blue Water Village, but other than that, it is a big no. Then we have Desiderata Valley, and honestly, I saw some people playing this hood and they seem to really enjoy it, but for me, it is mediocre as hell. Honestly, the whole plot, the whole, hobby situations, to have that as a main thing for a hood, a thematic hood based in hobbies, for me personally, that was like the worst idea. Like, it sucks a lot in my opinion. Like, I don't think hobbies are such a big part of the game, if you know what I mean. Like, that is not what I do with my Sims usually. So I don't know. And also when it comes down to memories and family trees, I think this hood lacks this as well. The Sims does have memories and family trees, but they are kind of messed, you know. EA didn't did a good job with the other hoods that came after Pleasantview, Strangetown, and Veronaville at all, in my opinion. Oh, that's a little spoiler alert here. Desiderata Valley doesn't have any memorable character except for one, that is the hat-hatted lady obsessed with the grilled cheese. It sucks a lot. It sucks really good. So now we have downtown, and downtown, you know, we can't live in downtown, but there is no playable family that comes in with this subhood. So because of that, I'm going to place it into Emmy worthy as well, but it is the best out of the Emmys 100%. So oh, I can't. Oh, now I can. Okay, whatever. It is the best out of the mediocre ones because it does have some cool lore, visuals, and meaning. You know, the whole night stuff. I feel like it was really well put together. All looks cohesive and beautiful in my opinion. I think downtown it is really well done. You know, with Ballads on a Cove and Downtown, I think they are like the prettiest hoods in the game. They are really, you know, well put together and stuff, like I said. And you know, Downtown comes in with some lore, okay, some juicy lore about the Trickle family, about the vampires. And so because of that, I'm going to give it, you know, an Emmy, which is really great considering that it doesn't have playable families, because it should have, you know. There is a lot of space, there is a lot of houses, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, you know, to not be inhabited by anyone. So I'm a little sad about that, but I do love downtown. And now we have the only one, you know, it is Pleasantview, and there is no doubt about that, right? It is going straight to Nobel. There is no competition. Actually, there is, but I'll get to it later. So, you know, Pleasantview is just the iconics. No, iconics. I know this is not a word, but I'm trying to make that up. Anyway, make that up. But anyway, you know, Pleasantview, it is so freaking iconic, and pretty much all of the characters in Pleasantview were brought back for future games, and that alone says a lot. You know, the scripted events, the lore, the disappearance of Bella God itself, it is like bigger than Sims 4 entirely. So, you know, Pleasantview was a shot in the dark, because it is so different than the lore that we have experienced in Sims 1, the previous game. And it totally paid off. I miss stuff like that in the game, a lot like that in the game, do you know what I mean? But Pleasantview isn't alone there. There is other hood in this game that deserves pretty much all of the same compliments. And the next one is not the one that I was talking about. So we have here River Blossom Reels, and this one, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be going to the Golden Raspberry. It is going to be going, I don't think that that's an expression, but let me tell you why. River Blossom Hill was actually the first hood to be released after the three first ones, you know, Pleasantview and Veronaville and Strangetown. So like, I was expecting a lot. I mean, not really, because I wasn't playing the game at the time, but the thing is about River Blossom Hills, it is pretty much a parody of Pleasantview. Like, all of the families are new versions of the families in Pleasantview. And that sucks really good, because I don't want to play another version of Pleasantview, and Pleasantview itself, it is already perfect. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. And also, the family trees, and especially the memories, sorry, have a lot of inconsistency, because, you know, some Sims in River Blossom Reels, actually all Sims remember bad things as positive things, you know, such as death. And if that's something used to make a storyline where, like, a murder remembers killing people as something good, then yes, 100% I would love it. I would buy this idea. But that's not the case. They were just like lazy about it, I guess. You know, as the first hood released it after Pleasantview, Veronaville, and Strangetown, like I said before, it didn't have any scripted events or any big moments in this hood. I feel I know that some people really enjoy it, but when it comes down to how it was made, it lacks a lot in my opinion. There is no iconic character except for that plant sim lady that we can see here. Even yes, she's kind of cool because you know she does have some cool background, and also her house looks really cool as well. So I give River Blossom Reels that, but other than that, no man, thank you, but no. It is a big no. So Golden Raspberry 100%. I don't like the idea of getting like a new version of Pleasantview that sucks a lot and it is not good at all. So the next one, it is also the only one. Like I said, Pleasantview was the only one, but that's also the only one, okay? Because that's Strangetown. And just like I was talking about, it deserves the same amount of compliments and recognition. Yes. Strangetown, it is so freaking amazing for all of the right and wrong reasons as well, okay? I can't like decide it in between Pleasantview and Strangetown. Like for me they are both equally iconic and good and well made and deserving of a Nobel. Like the guru, I guess it is, you know, the people who work at EA and make these games. Anyway, the guru behind Strangetown and Pleasantview, they deserve a Nobel, okay? Trust me, I just bite my tongue, so that's why I sounded a little bit weird. But anyway, so yeah. Strangetown, we have Olive Spectre, we have Nine Smith, we have the Couriers Brothers, we had the Beaker couple, we had the single ladies. So much content, lore, and you know the scripted events were great as well. Everything in Strangetown fits perfectly, and also it is connected to Pleasantview, you know, just through, I guess, I don't know, through the disappearance of Bella Goth. So to me that alone, like, mind-blowing how good these two hoods were made. There is some flaws as well, you know. I'm a Virgo, so don't expect me to be this nice all the time, because I'm not. And I will point out like the mistakes, okay? There is some mistakes when it comes down to the memories in both hoods. There is some clones, you know, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But other than that, the lore and, you know, the themes are just iconic. And then the next one, it is Veronaville. And, you know, with Pleasantview and Strangetown, the standards were so high, and I don't think Veronaville can be compared, so I'm going to place it into Emmy worthy as well. And the reason why is because, you know, once more, the memories are kind of messed up, and the Sims are not iconic. Let's be honest here. Some of these Sims were brought back for future games, but I don't know if they deserve it, honestly. The whole plot, you know, to have a whole hood inspired by a Shakespeare book or fairy tale, I don't know. That is really cool, actually. I do like that. And the whole hood, you know, the way that the houses are, that is inspired by a real aesthetic. I don't know from which country, but other than that, honestly, while Veronaville can be really beautiful, it is also really boring. There is just 3 families. I don't know who came up with this idea, okay? Why, you know, it could be a whole Shakespeare hood, but with a lot of families, with a lot of, you know, families inspired by the plays of Shakespeare. That would be so cool. It didn't have to be just Romeo and Juliet, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I think Veronaville is really mediocre, so that's it. And guys, that was today's video. So I never know what to say when I'm ending a video that is not scripted. So, you know, make sure you keep watching if you want to, if you like me, I don't know. And XOXO Creusa Darwin.